Hi there, I'm Mr. Orr, and today we are looking at solving some quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. I've written the quadratic formula here. We developed it in the previous video, and now we're going to use it to solve a quadratic equation. Now, you may recall that we have done this one in two different ways in previous videos. We solved it by factoring. Equals 0, x to 6 minus plus, and we got x equals negative 2 and 6. We also solved it by completing the square and got the same answer. So I'm going to put over here x equals negative 2 and 6. All right? Now, rather than use completing the square or factoring, we're going to use the quadratic formula. So opposite b would be the opposite sign that b is here. Remember, this is a, this is b, and this is c. Okay, the sign goes with the number. So we have a is 1, b is negative 4, and c is negative 12. So opposite b is a positive 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times 1 times negative 12, and that's all over 2 times 1. All right, now 4 times 12 is 48. So it's 16 minus negative 48, which is 16 plus 48, which is 64. So I get 4 plus or minus the square root of 64 over 2. Square root of 64 is 8. So now I have 4 plus or minus 8 over 2. And 4 plus 8 is 12 over 2, which is 6. And 4 minus 8 is negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. So there we got the two answers by using the quadratic formula and not having to factor. Now, sometimes the quadratic formula is useful if you come across an equation that is either not factorable or not easily factorable. And in either case, this can be a very useful formula. Now, let's see if there's another one that we can find here. Why don't we try one more? 4x squared plus 5x minus 6. 4x squared plus 5x minus 6 equals 0. Now, just to factor this, this could either be 4 times 1 or 2 times 2. This could be 2 times 3 or 6 times 1. All right, now what we need in the middle is a 5. And we're going to have signs of plus and minus. Let's start with 4 times 1 and 2 times 3. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. That looks like a good possibility. So we will try that. And if we do that, we have 4x here. And we have x here. And over here at the end, we multiply the 2 times the 4. So the 2 goes here. And the 3 then goes here, and equals 0. Now let's see if we can get the signs. We have a plus here, so we would like the 8 to be plus and the 3x to be minus. Let's check it now. We have 4x times x, that's 4x squared. We have 2 times 4 is 8x, minus 3x is 5x. And over here, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Now, the answers to that then would be 3/4 and negative 2. Either this term has to go to 0, 3/4 times 4 is 3, minus 3 is 0, or this term has to go to the 0, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So let's write the answers up here. I'm going to x equals 3/4 or negative 2. Now, we have something to check our work against, although normally you wouldn't have that. And we're going to take, here, let's get rid of some of this that we don't need anymore. And we are now going to take opposite b, so that's negative 5, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 25, minus 4 times 4, here, let me do it this way, I'm going to change where the parenthesis is, minus 4 times a, which is 4, times c, which is negative 6, and all of that is over 2 times 4 is 8. All right? Now, 24 times 4 is 96, so we have minus minus becomes a plus, so we have 25 plus 96, which I'll bet is 121, but let's check it. 6 and 5 is 11, 121. All right, so now we have negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 121 over 8, but the square root of 121 is 11. So we have negative 5 plus or minus 11 over 8. Negative 5 plus 11 is 6 over 8, which is 3/4. And negative 5 minus 11 is negative 16 over 8, which is negative 2. So in fact, once again, we got the correct answer with 2 different methods. We used factoring first, and then we used the quadratic formula. So let us complete this session at that point, and I will see you next time.